You're watching Global News Morning on Global Kingston. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday morning. Hope your morning is off to an amazing start. Our good friend Matt Lee joins us here, and with August well underway, time to recap the July numbers for Kingston real estate area and the markets, and it continues to be a very, very healthy real estate market for Kingston and area.
Yeah, we're looking good. I mean, I don't see these massive jumps. I mean, we're seeing more than normal in regards to the median price go up. But the sales seem to be on track, and we seem to have listings building up again. So to me, that's creating a healthy market. Buyers and sellers, if it's overpriced, it might not just fly off the shelf like there were a couple of years ago, or even 6 months ago, where there were certain things that would go really quickly, and you'd look at it and think, okay, there was didn't know that market was there right then and there. It's kind of going back to saying, okay, these have to be priced a certain way. We have to make sure that you're in the market. It has to be staged and ready to go.
People being a little bit more, not picky, but selective, it seems.
I think that they have the time to make the judgment call on certain things now.
Okay.
I mean, it was one of these things that we ran into earlier in the year where we need to get there in the next couple hours, and then we need to make a decision. There's still certain things that are happening that way, but I think that there's more of that. Okay, we can go in, we can look at this, we can look at the comparables, we can do all of these things and make a good judgment decision on what you want to do here.
Well, speaking of comparables, let's look at what's happening right now with compared to last year and the year before.
Yeah, so sold listings, if we look at what sold in July a couple of years ago, 2017, there was 819. Last year it was 782, which was down 5%. And then we're up 1% from last year to this year, so we sold 788. So we're still down 40 units from the year before, or 30 units, but we're down a bit from 2017, but kind of in level as last year. So
good to see that plus, even though it was a minor percentage.
Yeah.
It was still a plus as opposed to a minus.
Absolutely. So that, and what we see is maybe there was a little more supply. We're starting to see a little more supply. It's not that the market is going down. You have to look across the board and see exactly what's going on. Why did the sales drop by 5% this month, 10% last month compared to the year 2 years ago? It's one of these things that we have to say, okay, there's got to be a reason, and it was the lack of supply.
Okay, median prices are up close to double digits with the percentage here.
Yeah, so we're seeing 9% this month. So if we look at 2017, the median price was $315. Last year was $335,700, which was up 7%. And this year, from last year, it is 2019, $364,400, 9% on the median price. So
should buyers be a little afraid?
No, I mean, I think that if somebody says, is the market going to change? Okay, maybe in the sense of, is it going to slow down on the inflation? Sure. Are we going to go the other way? I don't believe so.
No.
So if we're looking at it saying, okay, it's jumping 7% this year, or 7% last year, 9% this year, if they increase the interest rates, or which they did the opposite, they dropped it, and then they actually gave a little more relief on the stress test, which allows people to maybe expand their looking. If those things were to tighten back up and you went to an inflation of 3 or 4%, then we're going to go back to what I would classify as normal.
Okay, last set of numbers here, active listings.
So active listings
pretty much is the basis for everything.
Yeah, so we're going to get back to, to me, this is getting back to normal. 2017, there was almost 2,500. Last year, it was just over 2,300, and this year, we're just over 2,200. So last year, it had dropped 7% in July. This year, it's down 4%. So and if we actually look at the numbers in the April, May, June, we're actually increasing the amount of listings because we were shorter in that time. So it's just kind of, it's almost like it's rebuilding. If you look at the graph and you see how it's going, we're actually rebuilding in listings, which gives people a little more variety and selection.
And of course, those numbers will change probably in a year or two with all the development going on.
Yeah, you know what? It's really nice to see these developments that are going along Princess. You know, we're seeing all these condo buildings going up, which will,
They're going up quick too.
They're going up quick. I mean, there's money at hand that needs to. I mean, as soon as you start the construction, you want to flip that over to a different mortgage. You want to get the people in. You have all these start and end dates, and I think that it's going to pull some people, rentals, maybe out of that section between Mac and Princess, or up towards Compton Park. I mean, this is a personal opinion, but I mean, and put families back into those houses. All of these developments that are going to be newer, they're going to be kind of a straight shot down University, or they're going to be, express bus and kind of get you down out of the area off of Princess. The idea is to give them more variety, get the houses out.
Matt Lee, nice to see Kingston's real estate market very healthy. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Real Estate Tips, brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.